Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be diving deep into how you actually start to attract your tribe. Watch this video. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please click this little subscribe button and bell to receive notifications when I release new videos. And if you've been with us for a while, thank you so much and welcome back. I've been gone for a while. I have been obsessively trying to learn my podcasting. As you guys may know, I started a new podcast a couple months ago called Misunderstood, Guiding Highly Sensitive People Through an Emotional Dark Age. And it's been amazing. Every single person I have reached out to so far that I really wanted to interview has said yes right away. So I'm feeling lucky. I don't know if this is a thing, but I'm feeling lucky. So we have some really amazing guests. If you missed this last week, it was Case Kenny, the guy with the red marker who is always putting inspiring quotes around everywhere. And we had a really great conversation. So please check that out. We will have that episode live on YouTube soon here. So stay tuned. But today I really wanted to dive into calling in your tribe, because so often I have clients for a while and they start to truly heal and they find themselves in the space of loneliness. Like, where are my people? People start to drop off. Those people who want you to lose yourself, you start to lose, right? It's a good, positive thing. But many of you start to feel lonely. Where are my people, Candace? I thought you said they would come in. And I say, oh, we have to be realistic and aware of this momentum that we have been living in for a long time that has created the old tribe, the old way of being. You're shifting from an old way of being into a new reality, and that momentum of the old way will continue to show up. People that maybe don't treat you right still, toxic relationships that want you. These things will continue to show up, and it is your work to have the boundaries and discernment to say no this time. No. I talked a lot about this last week in my Instagram reels about how many people have this misinterpretation that they dream about their people or their soulmate, and the first person that literally drops in, they think, oh, that's the one because that's what I asked for. I asked the universe and the universe delivered. And the first issue with that is no, you ask for that. The universe delivers many options. And it is, again, about you learning your intuition and trusting yourself to say yes or no. Does it fit me or does it not? If you think about it, the yellow brick road in Wizard of Oz, what does it lead to, guys? It leads to the one that tells you need to follow your heart. Your heart is not an external thing that you're like, oh, that must be my heart. Your heart is, how do I feel? How do I discern? A healthy heart has very strong boundaries built around protection of the truth of you, not protection of the ego of you, right? We have to really understand that. And if we want to attract our tribe, we're going to have to sit in that middle zone, that gray area I talk about that might be lonely. This is when you call on a friend or you get in an online group. I have many of those available. I'm starting a new one, Abandonment, Wounds, and Trauma Bonds in October. So these women and men become a tribe. If you are low on funds and you want something weekly, join my Truth Room. It's $47 a month. It's free for the first 2 weeks. And I say this to you because this has been a tribe that I've had for 6 years. And it's people just like you who don't want to feel alone, and you connect. We are a soul family. So there are places you can look for temporary support while you're calling in the tribe. So the thing that you have to understand is you're going to be in that middle zone of raising your vibration. You have been living in an upper limits issue and in your shadow for so long that the people at the top, the higher vibration that you're trying to connect with, they can't see you because you're down here. So your work is to keep raising your vibration by being true to yourself, by setting those boundaries and taking those aligned action steps to be true to you. When you are being your true self, you will vibe with other people who are in their authenticity, not their ego zone, not their societal standards and structures and status, but people who are just like unapologetically who the hell they are, right? So in order to reach that level, you have to be in this in-between phase that you have to really learn how to love you and be true to you. When you are, automatically around other people, you may not have learned the skill yet of who you really are instead of who you want to be or being what they want you to be, and like dropping your truth and dropping your boundaries again. So it is a mandatory, incredible place to be in that in between phase, as long as you know it's temporary. So calling in your tribe is not only healing your wounds back to your authentic self, but it's in that time period of manifesting a new vibration and a new momentum of keep saying no to the old to welcome in the new. People say, what if they don't come? I say, it always comes, because if you're always evolving, which you are because you're doing the inner work, life is always listening. Your vibration is always attracting, but it's about you knowing the discernment from the old attraction and the potential new, and not jumping right into something right away if it's not right, but really sitting there and being like, gosh, is this a clear yes? If it's not, it's probably a no. And that's another thing we have to understand is the word no is so powerful when you're lining up with your boundaries and wanting to live a life that is an attunement to your higher self, which is the self that has shifted all the shit from your conditioning and your programming and really come into an unconditional love for yourself. When we have abandonment wounds, we learn to self-abandon. And that's because we grew up in a conditional reality, in a conditional world with conditional parents. And it's your turn to say, I'm unconditional with me. I'm unapologetic with me. Some people might think that's difficult. Some people might think that's not nice. Some people might not be pleased by you. Good. That's a good sign, because we can't be everything to everyone. If everyone liked me, that would sound ridiculous, because there's too many differences in the world for everyone to like the same person, everyone to like the same thing, everyone to agree. So calling in your tribe is holding that vibration for yourself long enough to have it secured in your identity, that secure attachment to self, and say, yes and no, this works for me, this doesn't work for me. And stop being nervous about doubting the self that it won't become what you want. You have to constantly believe and then receive. So healing the self-abandonment wounds, healing that conditional way of self, being in that in-between phase, that transition phase that could be lonely at times, knowing you're building a new vibration, a new momentum to rise up so those up there can see you. The ones you want to attract are the ones that are also vibing higher. A high vibration is a healed version of you. So if you keep healing, there's no way you can miss it, right? I just want to give you that quick little, insight today, because we forget about it. And I want you to welcome you into checking out my truth room. Link is in my bio. But the truth room is the room where we share our authentic truth and we connect on a soul level. If you're looking for that, again, it's $47 a month for 4 hours with me. Every single week we meet for an hour live over Zoom, 2 weeks free. Cancel at any time. Check it out. If you're looking for the deep dive to clear your abandonment wounds and trauma bonds, which, by the way, we have to understand that our first trauma bond happened before the age of 8. The first, emotional imprint is before the age of 8. So we think love is basically the people who love us and cause pain for us. That is not true. And we continue doing this until we totally reclaim the self. So diving deep into that starts in October, 8 weeks live with me, 90 minutes a week. Check all these options out. Please check out my podcast. We have new episodes every single Wednesday. It's been so fun and exciting. I am also building a new course right now called The Daughters. It's for the daughters of narcissistic mothers. This is going to be a deep dive course as well into all the understandings that you need to understand about yourself and how nothing was ever your fault at the beginning. But when we continue these patterns, we become responsible. Many daughters of narcissistic mothers are over responsible for everyone else's feelings. So DM me or send me a comment below if you're interested in that course as well. So much going on here. I just want to say I'm back on YouTube. It's been a minute. I've missed you all so much. I love you all so much. Please say hi to me over on Instagram. Please check out my website for a free 15-minute consult if you want. And also getting on my mailing list to hear about all of this when I'm off of YouTube for a while and you don't see me. I love you guys. Please share with anyone you think needs to hear this, and I'll see you soon.